What up, y'all? This is your boy, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo, and you're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Monday, February 1st, 2016, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. I hope everyone had a fantastic weekend. The Screen Actors Guild has declared the stars of Spotlight, including Michael Keaton, Mark Ruffalo, Rachel McAdams, Brian Darcy James, and Levi Schreiber, the Best Acting Ensemble in the film. Brie Larson collected the Best Actress trophy for her work in Room, while Leonardo DiCaprio was named Best Actor for his performance in The Revenant. Alicia Vikander and Idris Elba won the prizes for Best Supporting Actress and Actor for their work in The Danish Girl and Beasts of No Nation, respectively. Elba positively remarked on stage about the diversity of the winners at the Screen Actors Guild Awards ceremony in Los Angeles, which bears stark contrast to the all-white nominations slated for next month's Oscars. The SAG Awards shows honors in excellence in movie and television acting, while the Oscars recognize stellar works in all fields of filmmaking. For the second year in a row, no people of color were nominated in the Oscar acting categories, sparking online outrage and call for reform within the industry to promote diversity. Elba quipped before he introduced his Best Ensemble nominated film, Beasts of No Nation, at Saturday's SAG Awards. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Diverse TV. The comment was met with laughter, followed by enthusiastic applause from the audience. Earlier in the evening, Elba won the trophies for Best Actor in a TV movie or miniseries for the cop drama Luther, and Best Supporting Actor in a film for Beasts, which is about child soldiers in Africa. Viola Davis earned the statuette for Best Actress in a drama series for the procedural How to Get Away with Murder. Queen Latifah won the prize for Best Actress in a TV movie or miniseries for the biopic Bessie, and Uzo Aduba took home the award for Best Actress in a comedy series for the prison program Orange is the New Black. Aduba and her Orange is the New Black co-stars also scored the Best Ensemble in a comedy series title. Laura Prepon said, referring to the cast, which includes straight, gay, and transgender artists, as well as people of color and white actors, look at this stage. I mean, this is what we talk about when we talk about diversity. Different race, color, creed, sexual orientation. Jeffrey Tambor won the Best Actor in a Comedy Series award for playing a transgender woman in Transparent. And Alicia Vikander earned the accolade for Best Supporting Actress in a film for her portrayal of the wife of a transgender woman in The Danish Girl. Michael Keaton dedicated his cast Best Ensemble in the film win for Spotlight, about a drama about the real-life journalist who exposed child molester priests in Boston to the disenfranchised and the powerless. Keaton said, "This is not only for the survivors of this horrific situation, but for me personally, and I'm only speaking for me, this is really for the disenfranchised everywhere. This is for everyone in Flint, Michigan, in the world. This is for the powerless. This is for the powerful who take advantage of the powerless, and you can hang me for that. I don't really care. That's why I'm proud to be part of this. Thank you very much. It comes down to two things. There's fair and there's unfair, and I'm going to go vote for the fair. I'm always going to vote for the good guys." The 2015 historical drama Birth of a Nation was the big winner at the Sundance Film Festival this weekend, earning the U.S. Dramatic Grand Jury Prize and the U.S. Dramatic Audience Award. The Hollywood Reporter said Fox Searchlight acquired writer-director Nate Parker's Slave Rebellion picture for $17.5 million, setting a new Sundance record. The U.S. Documentary Grand Jury Prize went to the Anthony Weiner film Weiner, directed by Joe Kriegman and Lee Steinberg, while the U.S. Dramatic Directing Award was shared by Daniel Scheinert and Daniel Kahn for Swiss Army Man, starring Paul Dano and Daniel Radcliffe. Melanie Lynskey won the U.S. Dramatic Special Jury Award for individual performance for The Intervention, and Craig Robinson went home with the U.S. Dramatic Special Jury Award for individual performance for Morris in America. The World Cinematic Drama Audience Award was bestowed upon Between Sea and Land, and the World Cinema Documentary Audience Award was presented to Sanita. First Girl I Love won the Next Audience Award, and Sandstorm earned the World Cinema Dramatic Grand Jury Prize. The World Cinematic Dramatic Directing Award was given to Felix van Groningen for Belicia. Star Wars Episode 9 director Colin Trevorrow has announced that he will be shooting the upcoming installment in the sci-fi franchise on film. Following in the footsteps of Force Awakens director J.J. Abrams, Trevorrow mentioned during a panel at the Sundance Film Festival that he would be avoiding the use of digital cameras to give Star Wars its own unique look. Trevorrow said of how stock film is able to better capture the look of the Star Wars universe, "There's something in my brain that says, well, they didn't have video cameras then." The filmmaker joked, "It's a period film. It happened a long time ago." Trevorrow was joined on the panel by fellow director Christopher Nolan and cinematographer Rachel Morrison to discuss the merits of shooting on film. Outspoken about the practice, Nolan slammed critics of shooting on film and explained how important it is for filmmakers to have options. Nolan said, "There needs to be a choice. As a medium, it will continue to exist. It has to continue to exist. It's pointless to pretend it has to go away." As Trevorrow prepares Episode 9, Disney and Lucasfilm recently pushed back the release date of Star Wars Episode 8 7 months to now, hitting theaters on December 15th, 2017. Kim Basinger will join Dakota Johnson and Jamie Dornan in the upcoming 50 Shades of Grey sequel 50 Shades Darker. According to Variety, Basinger signed on to play Elena Lincoln, Christian Grey's business partner and former lover who introduced him to S&M. Hinted at Universal's first adaptation of the popular erotic romantic novel, Lincoln will attempt to push apart Anastasia Steele, played by Johnson, and Grey. Universal Pictures will begin filming the sequel and the final installment in the series. 50 Shades Free back-to-back with new director James Foley. Now Leonard, who is married to series author E.L. James, is penning the script. Luke Grimes, Elise Mumford, and Max Martini are also set to return for the sequel. 50 Shades of Grey premiered at the Berlin International Film Festival in February 2015 and earned over $570 million at the box office. 50 Shades Darker is set to hit theaters on February 10th, 2017, and 50 Shades Free arrive on February 9th, 2018. Basinger will next be seen in Nice Guys opposite Ryan Gosling and Russell Crowe. Netflix critically acclaimed political drama House of Cards has been renewed early for a fifth season amid news that showrunner Beau Willimon will be exiting the series. Actor Kevin Spacey, who stars as fictional President Frank Underwood, has been confirmed by the streaming giant to return for Season 5 with no word yet on who will replace Willimon. Netflix said in a statement Thursday, Netflix and MRC owed a tremendous debt of gratitude to Beau Willimon for his strong narrative vision for House of Cards over the show's first 4 seasons. As an Academy Award-nominated writer, he's made his first foray into television and built a riveting and critical acclaimed series, established his place in television history. The producers, cast, and crew join us in wishing Beau the best in his next creative adventure. According to The Hollywood Reporter, sources indicate that Willimon is focused on writing an original play as he departs the series. Willimon said, "I'm grateful to Netflix and MRC, my fellow executive producers, our 2 incandescent stars, Kevin Spacey and Robin Wright, our talented writers, as well as the incredible cast and crew with whom I've had the privilege to work. After 5 years and 4 seasons, it's time for me to move on to new endeavors, but I'm supremely proud of what we've built together. Wish the show much continued success and leave it in the hands of a very capable team." House of Cards Season 4 is set to premiere on Netflix March 4th. On Monday, the company released another teaser for the upcoming season featuring Underwood and his sidekick Doug Stamper, played by Michael Kelly, suspiciously digging a hole in the woods. Tina Fey, Margot Robbie, Will Ferrell, and Key and Peele have been booked as guests for the post-Super Bowl edition of The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, CBS announced. This will mark the first time a late-night chat show airs after the biggest professional football game of the year. Colbert and his guests will broadcast live from the Ed Sullivan Theater in New York City on February 7th. House band John Batiste and Stay Human will be featured throughout the show. The network said in the release, with special guests and surprises along the way. Longtime Walking Dead cast members Lauren Cohen, Danny Gurira, Norman Reedus, and Stephen Yen will appear on the February 11th episode of Bravo's Inside the Actors Studio. Host James Lipton interviewed the stars, as well as executive producers Robert Kirkman and Scott M. Gimple, on the Georgia set of the beloved zombie Apocalypse series. Lipton said in a statement, "We took Inside the Actors Studio right onto the set of The Walking Dead to find out what the terrors, thrills, courage, and compassion we see on the screen are like, up close and very personal. Join us if you dare." The Season 6 mid-season premiere of The Walking Dead is set to air February 14th. J.K. Rowling's Pottermore website has released a featurette offering more details about the eagerly awaited Harry Potter prequel, Fantastic Beasts, and where to find them. The fantasy movie, which marks novelist Rowling's screenwriting debut, is scheduled to open in theaters November 18, 2016. Set in the 1920s, it stars Oscar-winning actor Eddie Redmayne in the central role of magic zoologist Newt Scamander. The movie was directed by David Yates, who helmed the last 4 Harry Potter blockbusters in the 8-picture franchise. Redmayne said from the film's set in Saturday's 3-minute-long featurette, which introduced new characters and which has already gotten nearly 1 million views, "This world, it's been a wonder, really. It's just unlike anything I've ever been a part of." Pottermore has behind-the-scenes glimpse of #Fantasy Beasts. Watch it now. Showtime says it has ordered a second season of its finance-themed drama Billions. The show, which premiered this month, had the cable television network's best series debut ever with 6.5 million viewers. It stars Paul Giamatti, Damian Lewis, Maggie Siff, Melian Eckerman, Toby Leonard Moore, David Constable, and Kalanda Rashad. A synopsis says, Billions is a bold contemporary drama series that melds the world of ultra-wealth, influence, and corruption as personified into highly ambitious opposing figures. Hard-charging, blue-blooded, politically connected U.S. Attorney Chuck Rhodes and brilliant, calculated, blue-collar billionaire hedge fund king Bobby X. Axelrod. Set among the Machiavellian machinations of New York City's power, politics, and finance, Billions weaves a complex, intricate narrative featuring a high-stakes game of predator versus prey. Larry David is to make his Saturday Night Live hosting debut February 6, NBC said Friday. The co-creator of Seinfeld and creator and star of Curb Your Enthusiasm was an SNL writer during the show's 10th season. He played Democratic presidential candidate Bernie Sanders earlier this season, which is the sketch comedy's program's 41st. The 1975 will provide the musical entertainment the same night David hosts SNL. Melissa McCarthy will guest star on the February 13th edition of the show. This will be her 4th time as host. Kanye West will mark his 7th appearance as musical guest that night. Netflix has confirmed it is reviving the beloved dramedy series Gilmore Girls. The streaming service tweeted Friday, "Oi with the poodles already, see you on set, Amy Sherman Palladino, at the Lauren Graham, at Alexis Baldo, # Gilmore Girls." Graham said in a separate Twitter post alongside a photo of her holding a coat, "I can now confirm it's time for me and this jacket I stole in 2007 to return to work at Netflix, # Gilmore Girls." Returning from the original series with Graham and Bledo are Scott Patterson, Kelly Bishop, Sean Gunn, and Kyoko Agena. The follow-up series, which does not have a title yet, is being produced by Gilmore Girls creator Amy Sherman Palladino and Daniel Palladino, who are writing and directing the sequel. How many episodes and when they will premiere was not immediately disclosed. The original series ran 7 seasons from 2000 to 2007, initially on the WB and then on the CW. Model Blac Chyna, who is dating Rob Kardashian, was arrested Friday for alleged public intoxication and possession of a controlled substance during a layover at Austin Bergstrom's International Airport. TMZ described her as drunk and belligerent on an aircraft before her arrest. People magazine reported the 27-year-old celebrity was escorted off the commercial plane and placed in handcuffs. She had been traveling from Los Angeles to London for a personal appearance at the Baruma Club at the time of the incident. An official told the publication at 6:22 p.m., airport officers were informed that there was an intoxicated female on a flight that was about to depart ABIA, and she was causing a disturbance and would not be allowed to remain on the plane. Taryn Manning was recently accused of attacking her longtime makeup artist, Holly Hartman. Hartman filed a restraining order against the 37-year-old actress after an alleged November assault. She and Manning have been close for years but have had a history of violent conflicts. Hartman said the most recent attack took place in Manning's New York apartment. She claimed the star headbutted her in the face, whipped her with a wet towel, sprayed Windex in her eyes and mouth, and put her in a headlock, according to TMZ. Hartman said Manning appeared to have a death wish, claiming claiming the actress started her to pick up a knife and kill her. The makeup artist filed the documents in Los Angeles instead of New York, causing a judge to deny the restraining order for now. Manning's legal team denied Hartman's allegations in a statement to People magazine, calling her claims entirely fabricated. The actress counsel also says Hartman was being investigated for stalking Manning, theft, and other crimes that prior to her allegations. The team said the application for the restraining order is suspected because Ms. Manning had had no contact with Ms. Hartman in many years. It is clear that Ms. Hartman's camp has leaked these allegations of assault, which were not available publicly, to elevate her own position and obscure her own wrongdoing. Manning was previously arrested for attacking Hartman in 2012. The actress appeared to address Hartman's allegations Friday. She tweeted, "People ask my advice about how to make it. Well, I know how not to make it harder. Use discernment when befriending a fan." Manning is known for such films as Crossroads and Hustle and Flow, and play Rita on Son of Anarchy and Mary Ann on Hawaii Five-0. She presently portrays Penny Tucky on Orange is the New Black, which will return for a fourth season June 17th. Cindy Crawford told United Airlines Rhapsody magazine she is retiring from modeling as her 50th birthday approaches on February 20th. The New York Post quoted Crawford as telling the magazine, "I'm sure I'll have my picture taken for 10 more years, but not as a model anymore." She also added, "And that's okay, I've done it. I've worked with all these incredible photographers. What else do I need to do? I can't keep reinventing myself. I shouldn't have to keep proving myself. I don't want to." Canadian-born pop star Celine Dion is thanking her fans for their prayers and well wishes following the death of her husband, Rene Angeli, husband of 21 years and the father of her 3 kids. The 47-year-old recording artist said in a statement Friday, "My family and I are deeply touched by the outpouring of love and support from so many people who have touched our lives during these past few days. We have felt your love for Renee, and your prayers and compassion have helped us during the most difficult time, more than you'll ever know. I thank you from the bottom of my heart." She also added, "I would like to also sincerely thank the Quebec government for honoring Renee with national funerals, as well as the many individuals and organizations who came together to hold such a beautiful tribute in his name. We will never forget all of the kindness that you have bestowed upon us." The former singer, who served as Dion's manager, died of cancer January 14th at the age of 73. 2 days after his death, Dion's brother Daniel died of the same disease. David Bowie's will, which was filed Friday in a Manhattan court, speculates his wife Iman should get about half of his $100 million fortune plus their Lafayette Street apartment. The rock icon, who died of cancer in January at the age of 69, also left instructions regarding how he wants his remains handled. The New York Post quoted Bowie as writing in the will, which was dated back in August 25, 2004, "I direct that my executors shall arrange for my remains to be taken to the country of Bali and to be cremated there in accordance with the Buddhist rituals of Bali. If that is not practical, then I direct that my executors shall arrange for my remains to be cremated and my ashes scattered in Bali." Bowie's children, Duncan Jones, who's 44, and Lexi Jones, 15, will inherit the bulk of the remainder of his estate, but the famous musician also left $2 million to his personal assistant and $1 million to Duncan's former nanny. Jefferson Airplane's Grace Slick shared her sadness over former bandmate Paul Kantner's death. Kantner, the founding member and guitarist of Jefferson Airplane, died Thursday at the age of 74. He had a heart attack earlier in the week, which led to organ failures and septic shock. Slick changed her Facebook cover photo to a picture of a young Kantner and posted, "Rest in peace, my friend, love, Grace." Kantner started the band with Slick, Marty Ballin, and Jorma Congerman in 1965. Known for defining the San Francisco sound, they soon released hits like White Rabbit and Somebody to Love. The iconic band played at Woodstock and the Altamont Festival. Kantner helped rename the band from Jefferson Airplane to Jefferson Starship in the 1970s and left the band in the 80s. In a passing to report, Terry Wogan has died at the age of 77. His family announced that the beloved television and radio personality died. Wogan's loved ones said in a statement Sunday, "Sir Terry Wogan died today after a short but brave battle with cancer. He passed away surrounded by his family. While we understand he will be missed by many, the family asks that their privacy is respected at this time." Bob Sheenan, controller of BBC Radio 2, said the Irish-born host of the United Kingdom's Wake Up to Wogan established himself as one of the greatest and most popular radio hosts this country has ever heard. Sheenan added, "We were brightened by his wonderful personality and charm as he woke us up every weekday morning, becoming an essential and much-loved part of our lives. His millions of listeners adored him, as did his whole Radio 2 family. We will miss him enormously, and our thoughts are at this very sad time are with Helen and all the family." Tony Hall, the BBC's Director General, deemed Wogan a national treasure. He said, "Today we've lost a wonderful friend. He was a lovely, lovely man, and our thoughts are with his family and his wife. For 50 years, Sir Terry graced our screens and airwaves. His warmth, wit, and geniality meant that he was part of the family. Wake Up to Wogan was for millions of Radio 2 listeners the very best way to start the day. For decades, he's been such a part of the BBC on television and radio and leaves so many wonderful memories. At the center of the charity, Children in Need, since its beginning, he raised hundreds of millions of pounds and changed so many lives for the better. He leaves a remarkable legacy." Wogan was 77 years old. The animated adventure Kung Fu Panda 3 is the #1 movie in North America, earning $41 million in its debut weekend, Run Track announced Sunday. Coming in at number 2 is The Revenant with $12.4 million, followed by Star Wars The Force Awakens at number 3 with $10.8 million, The Finest Hours at number 4 with $10.3 million, and Ride Along 2 at number 5 with $8.3 million. Rounding out the top tier are The Boy at number 6 with $7.9 million. Dirty Grandpa at number 7 with $7.6 million. The Fifth Wave at number 8 with $7 million. 50 Shades of Black at number 9 with $6.2 million. And 13 Hours of Secret Soldiers of Benghazi with $6 million. And now let's take a look at what happened on this date in entertainment history. On this date in 1887, Harvey Wilcox officially registers Hollywood with the Los Angeles County Recorder's Office. Wilcox and his wife, Dadia, had moved to Southern California 4 years earlier from Topeka, Kansas, while Harvey had made his fortune in real estate. They bought 160 acres lands at the Chattanooga Valley, located in the foothills to the west of the city of Los Angeles. A once sleepy settlement founded in 1781 as El Pueblo de Nuestra Señora de la Reina de Los Angeles de Coluna. Los Angeles was by then expanding rapidly thanks to the completion of the Southern Pacific Railroad in 1876. Wilcox, who had lost the use of his legs as a child due to polio, envisioned the land as the perfect site for an utopian-like community for devout Christians, while they could live a highly moral life free of vices such as alcohol. Wilcox was a prohibitionist. Dadia Wilcox called the new community Hollywood, borrowing the name from a Chicago friend who told her that was the name of a summer home she had in the Midwest. Harvey laid out a street map on the settlement centered on a main street he called Prospect Avenue. It was later renamed Hollywood Boulevard. After filing the map with the L.A. County's Recorder's Office, Wilcox set about laying out Hollywood streets made of dirt and lined with pepper trees. As Harvey sold lots, Dadia worked to raise money to build churches, a school, and a library. By 1900, 9 years after Harvey Wilcox's death, Hollywood had a population of 500 compared to the 100,000 people in Los Angeles at the time. It was connected to LA by a single-track streetcar running down Prospect Avenue. It took 2 hours to make the 7-minute trip, and service was infrequent. In 1910, the community of Hollywood voted to consolidate with Los Angeles due to an inadequate supply of water. Shortly thereafter, the fledgling motion picture industry began growing exponentially as movie makers found their ideal setting in the mild, sunny climate and varied terrain of Southern California. As the years went by, Harvey Wilcox's dream of a sober, conservative religious community faded even further into the background as Hollywood became known throughout the world as the glittered center of an industry built on fantasy, fame, and glamour. And as your entertainment report for Monday, February 1st, 2016, I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.